Hi everyone, my name is Yueqi Li. I am a PhD candidate at State University of New York at Albany. It is my pleasure to present our poster at Natural Hazard Workshop 2022 on behalf of myself and my co-authors, Professor Alex Greyer at University at Albany and Professor Tristan Wu at University of North Texas. Our poster is on hazard adjustment of households to tornadoes and induced earthquakes. Let me share this screen really quick. So we know that Oklahoma suffered from multiple hazards, natural and induced ones, while tornadoes are the most common hazard that have historically affected the region. The technology-triggered earthquakes have increasingly affected this area. Some significant earthquakes were observed in the recent decade. Therefore, Oklahoma is a unique environment where households are threatened by multiple distinct hazards. Their risk adjustments are critical for individuals at risk to reduce their hazard exposure. We use a mail-based survey method to collect data from households across 27 counties in Oklahoma that have experienced different levels of earthquake activities. The survey was conducted in 2019. To also understand the disaster preparedness of minority groups, we use the disproportionate sampling procedure based on race and earthquake risk areas. We finally got 866 valid data in the sample. The demographic information of the sample is consistent with the census. Our research objective is to apply protection motivation theory to predict household adjustment intentions to induce earthquakes and tornadoes. In addition to the original PMT components, we also added qualitative characteristics, salience that shape risk perceptions. We added demographic variables and additional response cost item of the utility for other hazards that affect adjustment intentions. This is our enhanced model of PMT. So in the blue color, either lighter blue and darker blue, those are the original components of protection motivation theory. And then we added demographic characteristics and multi-use in gray color to predict adjustment intentions. In yellow color, we also added qualitative characteristics and hazard salience to predict risk perceptions. And we also use experience of property damage to predict hazard salience. At the initial look, in the purple color, we found that household adjustment intentions to common adjustments in purple color are generally high, maybe because they're simple and common. It's useful for multiple hazards. And in blue color, household adjustment intentions to earthquake-specific adjustments, including purchasing earthquake insurance, having secure coordinates, their intentions are relatively lower. And in orange color, household adjustment intentions to tornado-specific adjustment intentions are relatively higher than earthquake-specific ones. We construct individual structural equation model for each individual hazard adjustment. And using risk perceptions to tornadoes and coping appraisals to tornadoes, along with other additional factors, so we present the enhanced PMT models for tornadoes in the first table. And we found that self-knowledge, dreadfulness, negative emotion, being white, and hazard salience to predict risk perceptions, while the experience of property damage could predict hazard salience. And in comparison with coping appraisals, risk perception has limited effect on adjustment intentions, Its effect is only significant and large enough to be reportable in the case of installing storm shelter. Other coping appraisals, we have response efficacy of protecting person effectively and response cost item of multi-use to be two strong predictors among other coping appraisals. We also have demographic variables of house ownership, being married, and education level, income level to predict some adjustment intentions. All the models present a good model fit indexes. And in terms of the earthquakes, we found familiarity, self-knowledge, dreadfulness, negative emotion, and resilience to predict risk perceptions. We also have experience to predict resilience. And between risk perceptions and coping appraisals, we found risk perceptions only affect earthquake-specific adjustments, including earthquake insurance and secure covenant. Among all the coping appraisals, response efficacy of protecting person effectively and response cost of multi-use are two strong predictors across all the adjustments. We also have homeownership and being married to predict adjustment intentions. And again, these models also present good model fit indexes. So overall, our structural equation models exhibit good model fits for all adjustments. We have improved explanatory power using all these additional variables in addition to the original PMT components. We found coping appraisals has a larger effect size in comparison to risk perceptions, while risk perceptions only affect some tornado-specific and earthquake-specific adjustments. We also found risk perceptions are led by dreadfulness, negative emotions, and resilience and self-knowledge. Risk efficacy and multi-use are two strong predictors of adjustment intentions across other coping appraisals, and some demographic variables matter in adjustment intentions. Our study stretches beyond the original PMT and provides insights regarding how households in Oklahoma intend to prevent and protect themselves from traditional tornadoes and induced earthquakes. We call for local government's efforts to raise awareness of risk for both hazards and use our research findings to emphasize adjustment measures that have low adoption intentions but have high potential to reduce risk. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I wish you enjoy this presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to chat with us. Thank you so much.